everyone! Today I am sitting down to listen for the first time to another new to me artist, and that is Sarah McLachlan. And, well, I know very little about her, so I am looking forward to reading the little introduction that Vlad has prepared for me. Before I do, let me remind you can always check out my Ko-fi and Patreon pages if you want to support this journey of mine as I explore music that is new to me. And along the way, you'll find all kinds of extra goodies there for those of you who wish to support me in that way. Things like exclusive content and special gatherings, live discussions where we get together and listen and talk about music. Check it out if you're interested. So, what do I have to learn about Sarah McLachlan? Sarah Ann McLachlan is a Canadian singer-songwriter. As of 2015, she had sold over 40 million albums worldwide. Well, 2015 wasn't, I want to say it wasn't so long ago, but now I'm realizing this is 2024 already. It seems she is still active and current. Sarah has been nominated for 26 Juno Awards and has won 12, as well as 3 Grammy Awards. In addition to her personal artistic efforts, being frustrated with concert promoters and radio stations that refused to feature 2 female musicians in a row, she founded the Lilith Fair Tour, which showcased female musicians. Well, that's interesting, and actually, although I don't know her music yet, and I'm just now reading my first introduction to her, I guess I'm happy for this, because one of the things that many of you have encouraged me to do is start exploring more female artists, especially in the rock genre, because, well, I don't know if it's unusually dominated by male artists and male bands. Really, if you look through history, so much of the arts have been dominated by men. Has to do with all kinds of complexities, but it's just the state of the way things were for such a long time. And it is always nice when you run into a female who holds her own in that world and presents something of quality and merit. So this sounds like somebody who's really looking to promote that kind of balance in the field. In 1997, Lilith Fair, featuring McLachlan as one of the headlining acts, garnered a $16 million gross, making it the top grossing of any touring festival. Lilith Fair Tour brought together 2 million people over its 3-year history and raised more than $7 million for charities. McLachlan was awarded the Elizabeth Cady Stanton Visionary Award in 1998 for advancing the careers of women in music. Yeah, I wasn't too far wrong. In 1999, she was appointed as an Officer of the Order of Canada in recognition of her successful recording career, her role in Lilith Fair, and the charitable donations she made to women's shelters across Canada. A real forward-thinking, outward-looking, positive impact type of artist and her artistic vision, it seems. In 2001, she was inducted to the Order of British Columbia. In 2012, McLachlan was inducted into Canada's Walk of Fame for Lifetime Artistic Achievement, Canada's highest honor in the performing arts. On April 2, 2017, at the Juno Awards ceremony, McLachlan was inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. Possession is written from the viewpoint of a man obsessed with a woman, and was inspired by McLachlan's reaction to 2 deranged fans, both of whom had concocted a fantasy in which they were already in a relationship with her. That would be a little bit weird, but it's interesting. I'll be curious to hear her take on this, because I am still in the process of finishing the Wall project with Pink Floyd, which, as we all know, was also inspired by an episode with perhaps some overenthusiastic fans and Roger Waters' reaction to them in a concert. So seems that this dynamic between concert artist and fans, yes, whenever somebody is famous, there's always a little bit of a tension and risk. You never know who you're going to run into and what you're going to have to confront. Well, let's see what this piece of music sounds like.
Listen as the wind blows from across the great divide. Voices trapped in yearning, memories trapped in time. The night is my companion, and solitude my guide. Would I spend forever here and not be satisfied?
I'm a little bit confused at the opening here because I'm hearing what I think is coming from the drums. I think it's a touch of percussion, but I can't be entirely sure. I can't tell if perhaps it's some reverb applied to the consonants. Listen as the wind blows. When it comes to blows and some of the S's and the T's in here, there's a real blend between the handling of the sound recording and the percussion, but I think I'm hearing some actual percussion in there. It's a little bit confusing to me though. I can't quite be sure. I'm just going to back up and listen to that again because I'm not far from the beginning. Isn't that, I know, I just was going to listen to something else, but isn't that opening very chorale-like? If you think of some of the organ chorales, which have this slow transition harmonically, one note to another, and shifting the harmonies, and it has that quality to it.
Listen as the wind blows.
There is some percussion.
From across
is that the percussion?
Divide. Voices trapped in yearning, memories trapped in time.
And here.
The night is my companion, and solitude my guide. Would I spend forever here and not be satisfied? And I would be the one to hold you down, kiss you so hard, I'll take your breath away. And after I wipe away the tears, just close your eyes, dear. Through this world I've stumbled, so many times betrayed.
Isn't it interesting the way the voice is so dreamy and relaxed and peaceful sounding, but you have quite an energetic rhythmic backing to it. The drums are, I wouldn't call them aggressive, but they are a bit on the heavy side compared to the voice. The two are a bit out of balance, but perhaps that's intentional, isn't it? Because to have such to be portraying this obsession, this person who's fantasizing about a relationship with a woman, and he's not actually in the relationship. He has fantasies and he's obsessed with this person. Perhaps this music is portraying that in this dreamy fantasy voice, at the same time with this rhythm track behind it that is not really in sync with the vocal quality. Maybe that's why it's set that way. But it's an interesting contrast to me.
Through this world I stumble, so many times betrayed, trying to find an honest word to fight the truth enslaved. Oh, you speak.
And I'm also curious about and interested by the treatment of the consonants. Well, I talked about the little bits of percussion blending with the reverb in the first lines, or the S's. But now here, there's something else happening with the instrumental mix and the voice. And again, it's tending towards consonants. And that is the way the guitar, I guess it would be the guitar here, has these sharp cutoffs. Dee 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 dop, dee 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 dop. And in a sense, the guitar then is contributing some consonant qualities in addition to what the lyrics are contributing.
Through this world I stumble, so many times betrayed.
And it happens here, it's happening in tandem with the consonant t and d. So many times betrayed. It seems to be that is the consonant that it is bringing out. It's not happening exactly at the same moment, but it's pulling towards that. It's pulling the two together.
This world I stumble, so many times betrayed, trying to find an honest word to fight the truth enslaved. Oh, you speak to me in riddles and you speak to me in rhymes.
Interesting bit of harmonizing there.
Body aches to breathe your breath. Your words keep me alive, and I will be the one to hold you down, kiss you so hard. I'll take your breath away, and after I wipe away the tears, just close your eyes, dear.
And in this section here, as we're listening, again, I'm drawn towards the what the voice is doing, what the lyrics are doing, and what the instruments are doing that bring certain things out. This passage I just listened to, it had the harmonizing part layered above in the voice. And then we're hearing a sort of echo of it in the instruments, which sends us back to what we were just listening to. Notice this.
And I will be the one to hold you down, kiss you so hard. I'll take your
Where's the harmony?
breath away, and after I wipe away the tears, just close your
Here
eyes.
again. hear it in the instruments. Same, harmonizing at a higher pitch though. That little bit of a guitar solo, if I could even call it that, is so lost in the mix. The rhythmic elements, the percussion, the drums, and all this sonic mix and blend, which has been building up into this point, is so much at the center of our focus. It takes up our whole vision. And so when the guitar solo comes in, it's almost as if it's off somewhere far away, out of reach, which is an interesting way of conveying that this person, this woman, is actually out of reach. This person is fantasizing about this woman, but she's really out of reach. She's far out there. She's up on stage. She's the concert star, the performing star. But he's living in this world of his own making. If I can draw from the wall, I might even say in this world behind his own wall here. And it's a place which is a bit of an echo chamber. All we're hearing is what he has in his own mind. Far away is the reality that this woman is up on stage performing. It's like we're just swimming in our own mind here, just the reverb and the noise of our own. And way out there, somewhere out there, way out there, but really this is all here. And it gets even more swirling around and kind of lost in the sound in our own ears, even to the point. Have you ever held up a seashell and heard it, heard the waves sing back to you? At least that's what we thought when we were kids, right? But if you listen, what you're actually hearing is the blood rushing through your own head, right? So, what's happening here? And that's what you hear inside your own head. And the constant pulsing of the bass, bomb, 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 way down low, bomb, 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 bomb. Nothing really creative happening, is there? And while I could make that a criticism of the music, I'm actually going to say something different. This person is really an unimaginative person. They're living this fantasy in their own mind because, you know what? They're not capable of, or at least they're not willing to go out and do something on their own. They would rather sit and live in this fantasy world which requires no effort and has no real world impact. And so this kind of bland setting of this is incredibly suitable to portray this situation from the man's perspective. Although I'm sure he doesn't think he's that unimaginative. And maybe I won't say it's entirely from the man's perspective. It is the woman, the target's attempt to portray what she sees from the man's side. And what she sees is this person who's, well, certainly not somebody she cares to have anything to do with, right? He's built this fantasy world. It has no connection to her and no actual care about her. And so it's a great way to set it musically in this type of music which doesn't really go anywhere. It's just pulsing along, bum bum bum. The sound is swirling and kind of mixed together. There are some great moments in it, such as this guitar solo way off, out of our headspace. And even as we're coming to the end, it's still this completely lost in our own echo chamber of our own imagination.
Take your breath away and wipe away the tears. Just close your
I think the music suits this topic quite well, actually. Maybe you can tell from my comments so far. And this piece, the way the melody is written, as I was going through, I was thinking, will I remember this melody at all? It's really unmemorable, isn't it? Da-dum bum bum dum dum bum da-dum bum 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 bum. I don't even know if that's exactly what it was now, because it just kind of wanders here, there. No real aim, no real sense of direction. There's not enough harmonic focus to make it go somewhere, although it's clearly supported harmonically. So this also, and then the fade out at the end, I was thinking, yeah, this piece could go on for the next 45 minutes in the same vein, and we wouldn't really gain anything, lose anything, one way or the other. Now, I am being a bit harsh in a way towards the music, but I'm not criticizing the music in this case. Actually, I'm saying that this music and these particular elements of the music are very well placed for this particular song and this particular topic. And I am going to refrain from judging Sarah McLachlan's music as a whole based on this one song, because I have no clue what the rest of her music is like. And that's something I should check out, because I'm curious to see if this is simply her musical style and everybody likes it who likes her music, Or is this a very well-chosen stylistic technique specifically for this topic? I don't know. But in this case, it fits perfectly. Now, I haven't talked about her voice. It also is a very smooth, dreamy quality, easy flowing voice, and it rides these lines, which, as I said, aren't terribly demanding, but it rides them nicely. And as I said at the beginning, the contrast between the pulsing rhythm and this smooth gliding voice is a little bit disconcerting at first. By the end, I kind of settled into it and got adjusted to it. But she has a very pleasant voice, doesn't she? I'm curious also whether this voice is something that she modifies according to the song, or if this is her fingerprint, vocal fingerprint. I don't know yet, but I can't say anything about it being unpleasant. It's very pleasant, smooth, relaxing, relaxed, easygoing, and there's a clarity to it, which I appreciate as well, especially coming from my classical background. So all of this is my first exposure to her, and now I'm incredibly curious to hear at least one more piece, just to compare and contrast and discover a bit more about what type of musician she is. Is she someone who really sets things in different ways according to the topic? Or does she have a fingerprint style that she applies to everything? I don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun to try out, because I'm sure Blood will come up with another one for me sometime soon, and we'll see what it's like. So that was my first exposure. Sarah McLachlan, Possession. I'll see you soon.